Hey guys, Matt here from the Southwest Backpacker channel. Today I am doing a review on a backpack that was sent to me from the good folks at Sierra Trading Post. Today's review is going to be the Granite Gear Stratus Latitude pack. Okay, so we're going to start here with the front of the pack. As you can see, there are these compression straps that are on the outside. They are very great for strapping in your camp pad or any other backpacking gear that you might have that you want to put on the outside of your pack. There's 3 of them that cinch down, and I think they work really good for the use of my thermarest, the Z-Lite thermarest that I have. I just strap it in there, as you saw earlier, and it seems to work really good. If we come over here to the right side, there's also a compression strap here on the side, side top to middle. They also have one here that will strap into the side here, and there's also one more here on the bottom that you can essentially just cinch down. Same thing on the other side of this pack. It does have 3. There's one here, and the last one that cinches down right here. Now, one of the deals with this bottom one here is you might be saying, well, it's going to get in the way of putting in a canteen on the pockets here. That would be the case if you put it on the outside. However, you see here on the bottom there is a hole where you can unstrap this and strap it inside the pack. So there's another one right there. Strap it inside. That way it'll give your pack a nice good compression without sacrificing the space for your pockets. I do think that's a good thumbs up right there. Very well thought out. Speaking of pockets, the pockets are very large and they're very stretchy. And if I wanted to, I could probably get 2 Nalgene bottles in there without a doubt, but typically just carry one and maybe put some snacks or something there in the side. So it does have it on both sides, and it is very strong and stretchy, which works pretty well. The pack is made out of durable Cordura, and that is the material here that you see on the outside. It's a very strong material that will last you a very, very long time. It can take being roughed up and scraped on when you're hiking around boulders and whatnot. Eventually it will fray, but it will last you a lot longer than regular materials. So Cordura is a very good brand name, and the material is also very, very waterproof. I have tested this out in a rainstorm without a rain pack on it, and it did quite well actually, keeping everything dry. And speaking of that, as you can see here on the zippers, they are sealed zippers, so it does keep the water out and does a very good job with it. As you notice on this pack, there is no top cover, and that is one of the unique features with this pack. It's actually just a big giant duffel bag, if you will, and it has 2 zippers. There is one on the right and one on the left, and they just kind of zip down. Now, the top pack is actually inside, which you see here. Let me zip that down just a little further. Now, this is what you would consider the top pack, and it's basically just a compression sack where you can put what you would put in a top pack, and it stuffs in real nice and easy inside of the Granite Gear Stratus Latitude. And it also has clips, so you can take this off if you ever want to, and I typically will pop these off and just lay this on the very top so that I can remove it fairly easy. but it is easy to remove. You just pop the clips off, and there you go. On the inside is all of the stuff that I would normally put in a top pack. I've got my famous backpack and hat here, and my warm cold weather beanie, and just a few other random items of knife and ibuprofen, Leatherman, things of that nature. Also keep a medical kit in there, and I also put my rain gear in there too. It makes it very easy to access. Now, one of the features with this pack, of course, that you can zip it from the top. You can also, down here, zip it from the bottom if you need to get access to your sleeping bag or any other gear that you might have in here. Now, I've found that the best way to pack this pack is to put everything in compression sacks. That way you can just reach in there, grab it, and pull it out. It's very convenient to do it this way, and it will also compress down quite well. On the inside, it has a space where you can put a water bladder. It has this shock cord that will keep it nice and snug inside of the pocket if you care to use a platypus or camelback kind of a setup. If you don't, it's a great little spot for stashing more gear. You can either put it on the inside or even right up on the outside of the pouch there. It's a nice little feature. I personally don't use water bladders. I like the canteens myself, but I find that this little section here is good for more gear, and so yeah, it's a very nice nice setup that way. One thing I noticed about it is if you do put a water bladder in here, you do have to feed the tube out through one of the zippers. There is no hole for the water bladder hose to come out, which is kind of a thumbs down in my opinion. But here again, I don't use water bladders, so if you use a water bladder, platypus, camelback kind of a thing, that might be a concern. Okay, another thing I want to point out is this pack has so many compression straps. The ones on the outside here that I showed you earlier for strapping things onto the outside of the pack, but also on the inside. You can compress whatever gear you have in here on the inside first with all these different straps, and there are 3 of them, just like there is on the outside. So you can really cinch this down and compress your gear very tight. Okay, now we're going to show you guys the back of the pack here. Here is the shoulder straps. There is all kinds of different little places. 1, 2, possibly 3 places that you can hook different things onto. It's sort of like molly webbing, but it's not your traditional style, obviously. There is this bright reflective material on both sides so that you can see your pack with the flashlight at night. Really sticks out pretty well. There's also your chest strap here, and there's also these loops on either side that you can hook gear to if you'd like to. You have your suspension straps, your load bearing straps to adjust, get it to cinch up a little closer to your back if you like, or you can just pull back on these and it'll loosen it up. One thing I really like about this pack is the framework is what I believe is that carbon fiber material. I don't exactly know what it is. It's very, very lightweight and super strong. It's just a big piece of carbon fiber paneling that goes all the way to the back. That makes it very lightweight as far as a pack goes. I believe this pack weighs in just under 5 pounds. So it's not ultralight by any means, but it is lightweight, and it has some very good cushioning here on the back, and it rides up really nice against your back. One thing I did not like about it is there is no ventilation on it. It just has this line down the middle. Some of their new Granite Gear's new packs do have vents that run left and right in all kinds of different ways that will help to relieve some of the sweating that you get when you backpack. This one unfortunately does sweat pretty good. However, I do find that it is very, very comfortable up against your back, and I do like that a lot. Let's move on to the hip belt. The hip belt is the one that I've got here is a men's medium, and originally when I got the pack, it came with a small women's waist belt. So I ended up getting this men's medium to better fit my body, of course. And to that end, it is removable. If you look here in the back, just some Velcro. It pulls off here, and there is a screw, and you can take this entire hip belt off and throw on a custom one to whatever works best for you, and then you just throw it back down onto the Velcro and you're good to go. It does pivot, so if you're hiking up on slopes, mesa tops, things like I like to do, it will move a little bit so that you got a little bit of flex. It rides super comfortable. So just one more thing about this pack is it is rated at 40 pounds. You can stuff 40 pounds of gear in there, although you can put 50 on there, and it will feel heavy, but it does feel very comfortable. I have stuffed this for sure at 40 pounds and took it on a 12-mile journey into southern Colorado, up in the San Juan National Forest in the Weminuche Wilderness, and I got to tell you, it's the best pack that I have ever worn. It felt so comfortable, and at 40 pounds, that is quite a heavy pack, and it rode on me just fine. Now the pack, of course, isn't 40 pounds, but I loaded it with 40 pounds of gear, and it rode exceptional. In fact, I never had to stick my hands underneath the shoulder straps when I started feeling fatigued or tired. So I really, really like that a bunch. And I was quite impressed with this backpack. So after using this pack for several trips now, I have discovered that this by far is the best pack that I have worn on any backpacking trip. There is really not a whole lot of bad things to say about this pack. All of the pros are everything about this. I really like that you can zip this down and load it from the front rather than the top. Or if you want to, you can simply just pull this down, flip this out, and load it from the top. I really like that feature a lot. I also know that you could take a piece of tent pole repair kit. They're about that size, and you can tie some string or fasten it on there so that you can pull both zippers down at once. I don't think I'll do that, but it is a cool tip. I think that it would work quite well. I also like the fact that you can zip it from the bottom and be able to get stuff from the bottom and pull out whatever gear that you have in there without pulling all of the gear that you have in your pack. I also like all of the compression straps. I think that's great. The pivoting hip belt I think is definitely a plus. And yeah, it's a big giant duffel bag on straps, if you will. So I like that a lot. I like the Cordura fabric. It's very strong and it's fairly waterproof. So definitely got to give that a thumbs up. So yeah, I think the cons, I've only got two of them. One is I would have liked to have seen maybe a side pocket on both sides here. It's not a big deal, it's just my own personal preference. So that would be one con. The other con is this particular pack, the Stratus Latitude, is no longer in production. They've discontinued it, and so fortunately you will not be able to purchase this unless you go to one of the bidding stores such as eBay maybe to be able to get a pack like this. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching my review on the Granite Gear Stratus Latitude pack. And I would also like to thank once again the fine folks over at Sierra Trading Post for sending me this pack for review purposes. I had a fun time reviewing this pack, and I must say that this is definitely the most comfortable pack that I have ever worn in all of my years of backpacking. So I got to give you guys a thumbs up. I would like to send all of you guys over to their YouTube channel. Please click on the subscribe button and check out some of the tips that they have there. And I would also like to send you guys over to their website, that is sierratradingpost.com. Check out all the wonderful gear that they have there. They've got some top name brands, and they've got some of the best discounts and prices that you're going to find anywhere. This is Crazy Tales, reminding you guys to get outside. Life is good there. We'll see ya.